Welcome back. This is 7 steps on how to rebuild your life. I'm Chris from Men of Integrity, where we help build stronger, better men to lead the way to a brighter future. We've all been if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you've been in a place where you've felt low and you felt like your life has been taken away and there's nothing you can do to get back on track. So with this video, hopefully you'll have all the steps to find that way, to find your path back to where you need to be. I've personally used these steps, so I know they work. So with that great intro, let's get straight to number 1. And the first one is, you have to decide that you actually want to. You actually want to do something to make your life better. Now I'm gathering if you're watching this, then you've made that decision, but someone could have just shoved this video in your face and said, oh, you need to watch this. And in that case, you need to make that decision. And you need to commit to that decision that, yes, I want to build a better life for me. The next step is, why? Ask yourself why. But before you ask yourself why, don't just sit on the couch while you're still in that sad, depressed state of losing everything. Go for a walk. Get physical, get active, go for a walk through the park or anything, and start thinking about why. Why do I want to build a future for myself? Why do I want to rebuild? Now, it could be for any reason, but I would say it'd be better for the positive. Like for me, I didn't want to be on my deathbed with regrets. So I turned that around and I said, I want to leave a legacy. This is why I wanted to rebuild. So I left a legacy and so my kids could be proud of me. Now that was my why. You need to figure out what your why is. And if it is a negative, just find the positive. Flip it around and say, what is the positive version of my why? And commit to that. That's why I do recommend you going for a walk so you're not sitting down, slouched, with your head down, in a bad position, building up on negative emotions. Which leads into number 3. You need to let go of all the negative emotions. If you can't find your why straight away, maybe you just jump into this step and go back to your why afterwards. But it is really important to let go of all the negative emotions. You can't see a positive future if you're filled with doubts and pain and hurt. And the best way to release these feelings is to acknowledge them. Allow them to be. If you're feeling angry, frustrated, hurt, sad, or if you're in fear, feel these emotions. Don't dwell on them. Don't focus on them so they expand, but feel them. Because if you do try to push it down and say, oh, I should be positive, I shouldn't be feeling this way, it's like getting a rubber balloon, tying a knot in it, and pushing it way down. That's just going to cause a lot of tension, and eventually it's going to pop. So the best way is to observe it. Allow these emotions to be. And what that does, it's like slowly releasing the valve on the balloon and just letting that air escape until you're back to neutral. Another handy tip is to be grateful. Be grateful for every little moment that you have. If you can't find much to be grateful of, be grateful that you can just breathe. You can breathe in the fresh air. You get to be in a world full of experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the very best way to get yourself back to a neutral position. Next, it kind of gets a bit fun. You got to know what you want. But when I say know what you want, like specifically, get out a pen and paper, write out a list of all the things you want, whether it's finances, health, love, family, or to leave your legacy, whatever it is, write out a list. Write out an extensive list, a big one, and then number it from 1 to however, but number it so least important to most important. So the most important one is the one you're going to focus on first, because you can only focus on one at a time. The funny thing happens when you do, you may find yourself running into opportunities where you're focused on money and somehow you'll meet the love of your life. Or you're focused on health and some other amazing opportunity will come along. But don't overthink that. Just for now, focus on one thing, the very most important thing, and focus on that until you succeed in that area. Then the next step is, though, after you've written out everything you want, take action. You need to actually get out of the house and do something. Nothing's going to come to you if you're sitting on the couch. So if you don't know what to do, go find that job. Go for the walks in the park. But if you really have no idea, start thinking about things you love to do. Get your hobbies back. You'll be amazed at what opportunities can come when you go and do something that you love. Or give back. Find a way to add value to the world. nothing better than someone who adds value to the world, whether that's just making people smile every day. But you need to take action because nothing's going to come to you if you're just sitting on the couch. Most important there, take action. And now you've got to let go of the outcome. I know we said focus on that goal, and that's the goal that you want to achieve. But once you've focused and you know exactly what it is, let it go. Just let it go and enjoy the process. You need to enjoy every moment of every day. I said I wanted to leave a legacy, but it was the negative side was I didn't want to live with regret. If I'm constantly thinking about the future and what goal I want to achieve and what goal I want to achieve, I'm not enjoying the right now. And at the end of my deathbed, I'll be laying there regretting that I didn't enjoy the small things. So let go of the outcome, enjoy the small things, enjoy every moment. Life is a series of nows, a series of endless nows. So enjoy now. Know that you've taken that action, you know what you want, you've let go of the negativity, now you can just enjoy now. And the very final thing to this is you have to know, absolutely know, that no matter what, everything's going to be okay. You just have to have a blind faith that no matter what, everything is going to be okay. With these steps in place, you can just relax and say, okay, I'm doing my part, and I know the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, is going to give you the extra helping hand. You got to meet it halfway, but that's all you have to do. Just go halfway and then trust the fact that no matter what, it's going to happen. So just to recap, decide you want to. Know what your why is, your motivation to keep going through the hard times. Let go of all the negative. You can't build a positive dream if you've got little negative doubts hidden inside you. Know exactly what you want. Be clear. Be very specific on exactly what it is you want and write it all down. Then let go. Let go and enjoy every single moment. And finally, just trust that everything will work out how it is meant to be. Now, I know a lot of these topics are quite big steps, and I may do individual videos on them later. But for now, this is just a small step-by-step basis to get you started, to get you on track, to give you something to work with. So I hope you do rebuild that life you want. And even if you're not rebuilding and you're starting from scratch, teenagers watching this, perfect way to be. You still have to let go of the negative. Everything still applies. So with that happy thought, go out there and start taking action. Adios.